Powerlifting meets are basically like big field events. For any of you who run track or have ran track, it feels just like that. So everyone will start off doing the squat, and then after everyone goes through and do the squat, you move on to bench press, and then after that is deadlift. Everyone will get 3 attempts apiece, and you got a certain amount of time to do each attempt. I think it's like 1 minute for each. I won't go over the specific rules, but it works like that for men and women. We all do our squats, our 3 attempts, and you got different flights. And then from there, that's when you move to the next event. There are little breaks in between the squat, bench, and deadlift. So that's basically what powerlifting is. It's also a place where you can go and just test yourself. Everybody has goals, whether you are like a big competitor in a world meet or just a local competitor like myself. We just go out here just to feel that competition. It keeps you alive. And it sort of breaks you free from, the real world, what's going on right now. It allows you to still play and feel childlike. So some of the OGs that I grew up watching and not actually understanding that they were powerlifters was C.T. Fletcher, Louis Simmons, and Ray Williams. But some of the powerlifters now that got me into it recently, as of like 2 years, 3 years ago, is Bob Matthews, Russell Orhe, Austin Perkins, Jesus Oliveira. Sonita Mula is new. I just discovered her after, looking at it more in depth these recent years. Jamal Brunner, Jen Thompson. Um, these are really strong powerlifters, famous powerlifters, and I'm not on their level, but you just kind of compete and ignore everybody else. Put your blinders on, and you get in there and you have fun reaching those goals that you set for yourself. So, despite knowing these guys exist and are super strong, uh, I jumped in there and I started powerlifting, and I started at zero. Like I wasn't, my squat was like low 400s. My bench press was low 300s. My deadlift, uh, actually, surprisingly, that was the only thing that kind of stood out and gave me a little bit of hope. But it was in the mid 500s simply because of my habits. I moved furniture pretty often during the time when I started powerlifting, and so I didn't lift things that were 500 pounds on routine, but a little bit less than that, 300-pound lifts, such as couches and, refrigerators and whatnot going upstairs. That kind of preps you. So, where do I fit in here as a regular layperson? With the rest of you. We are just all in here lifting to have fun and to feel that young competition again, no matter what the age is. There was a guy in this competition in the B roll, there was a guy who was in his 70s, and then there was a kid as young as 10 years old. And we were all just there having fun. So, despite starting at zero, where I'm at now, my squat's like mid 500s. My bench is still lagging behind at like mid 300s. I can't get it to show up on meet day, but it'll get there. It's supposedly like 385 and on a random Tuesday or Thursday, but my deadlift is mid 600s, and we'll work on that. I want to touch 700 with the deadlifts this year, but it's all just coming along. It takes time. It just all takes time, but it's fun doing it, and that's the point. Hit the like and subscribe buttons, and I'll talk more about lifting weights and why we should keep lifting weights even into old age.